The fears of Scorpio in the 12 houses. A journey into the shadowed corners of the soul. Scorpio walks through life like a keeper of ancient secrets, draped in shadows that protect but also isolate. Their gaze pierces beyond the surface, yet they rarely allow others to gaze back with the same depth. Beneath the calm surface lies a world of hidden currents, love, longing, and a quiet, relentless pulse of fear. When Scorpio energy is placed in the different houses of a natal chart, it breathes its intensity into each sphere of life, shaping the shadows that follow. These are not fleeting anxieties, but ancient fears that live in the bones, whispering in the dark. And yet, as with all of Scorpio's shadows, each fear hides the seed of transformation. Let us walk the wheel, house by house, and meet the ghosts that guard the gates. House 1. The fear of being seen. Here, Scorpio wraps itself in armor. To the world, they are magnetic and unreadable, eyes like locked doors. But behind that power lies a trembling question. What if they see who I really am? They fear the unveiling of their vulnerabilities, the exposure of wounds they've hidden even from themselves. Yet paradoxically, they long to be seen, truly seen. Whisper of transformation. True strength is not in the mask, but in the courage to stand unmasked. House 2. The fear of losing the ground beneath their feet. In the second house, Scorpio ties safety to resources, money, possessions, stability. They fear the rug being pulled out from under them, fear having to depend on hands they do not trust. So they build walls of independence, counting every stone. Whisper of transformation. What you own can be taken, who you are cannot. House 3. The fear of words turned into weapons. The third house gives voice, but Scorpio here speaks in measured doses, as if each word could be a loaded blade. They fear misunderstanding, fear manipulation through language, so they hide the most tender truths in silence. Whisper of transformation. Not every truth will destroy you when spoken aloud. House 4. The fear of home. In the fourth house, home can be a paradox. For some, it's a place they fled early. For others, it's a place they avoid, fearing suffocation, stagnation, or worse, instability. Home is never just walls. It is memory, and memories can cut deep. Whisper of transformation. Home is not a place. It is the quiet you carry within you. House 5. The fear of being devoured by love. In the fifth house, Scorpio loves like wildfire, but fears becoming ash. They dread losing themselves in romance, or surrendering their identity to passion's tide. Some shy away from the idea of children, wary of the weight and surrender it demands. Whisper of transformation. Love is not meant to erase you, only to illuminate what is already there. House 6. The fear of the unnamed illness. In the sixth house, fear speaks through the body. Strange ailments may arise, their causes eluding even the most thorough searches. The unknown is always more frightening than the known, and here the unknown lies beneath the skin. Whisper of transformation. The body listens to the soul. Heal one, and the other follows. House 7. The fear of the empty space beside them. The seventh house calls for partnership. Scorpio here fears the silence of being alone, but this same fear can chain them to relationships that do not nourish them. Whisper of transformation. When you befriend solitude, you will never again fear loneliness. House 8. The fear of surrender. This is Scorpio's native realm, and still, they fear it. To share, to merge, to surrender control is to open the door to loss or betrayal. They guard their inner treasures fiercely, as if giving them would drain their power. Whisper of transformation. Merging does not mean disappearing, it means expanding. House 9. The fear of betraying their own beliefs. Here, Scorpio fears being pushed into living a life that contradicts their truth. Long journeys, physical or spiritual, can feel dangerous, for they may pull them away from familiar ground. Whisper of transformation. Sometimes you must leave home to find where your soul belongs. House 10. The fear of the spotlight. Strangely, in the 10th house, Scorpio does not crave fame's light. They fear it. Praise feels like a trap. Recognition feels like an invitation for the world to dig too deep. Whisper of transformation. Let yourself be seen for what you have built, not for what they think you are. House 11. The fear of the many. In the 11th house, groups feel overwhelming, unpredictable. Scorpio here prefers the intimacy of one-on-one connection over the chaos of crowds. fearing that in the many, they will lose the clarity of their own voice. Whisper of transformation. In the right circle, your voice will not vanish. It will echo. House 12, the fear of the invisible. The 12th house is a labyrinth of dreams, secrets, and unseen currents. Scorpio here may sleep too much, haunted by prophetic visions or restless nightmares. They fear what cannot be touched or named, and yet they are drawn to it too. Whisper of transformation. The unseen is not always the enemy. Sometimes it is the guide. Scorpio's fears are not surface-level ripples. They are deep tides. They guard, they protect, they warn. But every fear is also a gate. Walk through it, and you will find not weakness, but transformation. Because for Scorpio, the final truth is this: the most terrifying thing is not being seen, it is never allowing yourself to be truly known.